Hello everyone, it's 𝐎𝐿𝐄𝐍 and welcome back to another video. Before we start, I just want to quickly mention that I'm not going to be doing like the little wave animation or anything like that at the start or the end of the video now, because whenever you open chat, that happens and it's just really annoying. And yeah, Anyway, basically that's just a little update for you guys. If you're wondering why I'm not doing that anymore, I mean, you probably aren't. I know like it's a very small thing, but like if you're wondering, yeah, I'm just not doing that anymore. And I just realized this window looks like it's been like pasted on. Sorry, I just noticed the window. Anyway, as you probably know from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a one-word chat today. If you don't know what that is, I got this idea from Ava Clearwood, and it's basically just like I asked you guys for one word or a few different words over on my community page, so you should definitely go check that out. I do lots of cool things over there. And basically, like I said, as an example, like if one of you said school, I would give you a little bit of a spiel on how school is going for me, like okay, kind of like that. So I got quite a few submissions, so yeah, I think I'm just going to be responding to those and just chatting with you, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I think we're just gonna go, and I'm not going to be training because I've maxed all my horses. I'm just appreciating my old horses at this point in time. So got old Flash out here today, so I think I might just be doing reputation, but maybe I should go to 𝑣𝑖𝑑𝑒𝑜 first. I don't know. Let's do this first. Okay, anyway, we're going to start the one-word chat now because I'm really excited for this. Let me know if you want a part 2 of this, because I've actually filmed this like twice already, but the recording just kept not saving half of it, and I was like, okay, stop this, I'm just going to redo it. So twice it didn't save, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to restart my computer. And yeah, so I really have enjoyed doing it the past 2 times, so I think if you want a part 2, yeah, definitely I'll do that for you. Anyway, first word is someone said summer, and summer I assume you mean like summer holidays, you know, summer break, all that kind of thing. I'm not on summer break. I live in Australia, so it is winter for us. We are down here freezing slowly. But yeah, I am not on summer break. But I thought I'd take this chance to bore you all silly with a little bit of an explanation on how the school holiday system works here. So yeah, I hope you don't mind, but if you're just using this like something to train to in the background, I'm sure you won't mind my voice. Anyway, so basically the school year starts about like the end of January, start of February, depending on what school you go to. My school generally starts at like the start of February. I think this year we started on like the 1st, or maybe it was the 31st. I don't even know. It was like close to the start of February. Anyway, so wait, never mind. I thought I was doing the turning glitch. Okay. So then the school year for us, I am doing the turning glitch. The school year for us is split up into 4 terms, and they each go for 8 to 10 weeks. So term 1 starts like at the end of January, start of February, and that goes for like 8 to 10 weeks. And I don't know exactly like what month finishes, but I think it's like about April. And I do know that those who celebrate Easter, we have a holiday around Easter time. So we get 2 weeks holiday at a time. Some schools do 3 weeks at one point in the year. But my school does 2 weeks at the Easter holidays. So we can call those the Easter holidays or the term 1-2 holidays. Like, people will know what you're talking about if you say either. So yeah, and that's kind of it for like term. I don't really think I need to explain anything about the term 1-2 holidays. So then you move into term 2, and you get another 8 to 10 weeks of school. It just depends on like how the dates align with like the days of the week and everything like that. And then you get another 2 weeks break, or 3 weeks, some schools do here. And you get that break between terms 2 and 3, and that is now, actually. It's like June, July kind of time. So like I'm on that holiday now, except I only get 2 weeks. It is currently Tuesday of the 2nd week, so I still got a little bit of holiday time left. And I'm actually confident that I'm going to finish my realistic roleplay by the maybe end of today, but I still have to upload it, so like that could take a while. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly tell you that. But anyway, then you have term 3. It goes for another 8 to 10 weeks, and then you have another 2 weeks holiday. At that point, between term 3 and term 4, my school does 3 weeks, which I really like, because it's like kind of like you know, we're so close to the end of the year, like just one more term, but we just get a few extra weeks off just to, you know, prepare ourselves for like, you know, end of year tests and everything like that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, sorry, I better explain when we get summer holidays. Sorry, I am feeling quite scatterbrained today. I don't know why. Okay, so so some schools do it at like the middle of December, and some schools do it like closer to the end of December. But for summer holidays, because our summer is December, January, February, so for summer holidays, basically we get it in, well, my school does it about like the 10th of December. We finish up school for the year around the 10th of December-ish, around that time. Although I know a lot of schools continue on till like the 20th-ish. Either way, all schools are let out in time for Christmas, because the area I live in is an area that most people will celebrate Christmas. If you celebrate something else around that time, I fully welcome that. I'm not saying that that's not welcome. I'm just saying my area that I live in, most people celebrate Christmas. But yeah. So basically, whatever school you are at, once you finish up in December, whatever time you finish up, you get the rest of December off, and then, oh my gosh, full inventory. I better clear that out. Okay, just noticed that. Anyway, sorry. You get the rest of December off, and then most of January until we start school again at end of January, start of February-ish, like kind of around that time. So yeah, I thought that might be interesting for you guys to hear about how the school holiday system works over here. If that's at least how it works in my state. It's pretty similar in the other states, but maybe out by a week or so. But it's pretty similar in the other states. So yeah. The next word, I was going to say question, but I was like, no, it's not a question. Oh, actually, speaking of questions, if you guys could head on over to my community page and answer my question. I asked you guys for questions because I am so grateful. I don't think I've actually made a video since I hit 50 subscribers, but I am so grateful, guys. We hit 50 subscribers, and oh my gosh, it feels like yesterday that I was at like 10 subscribers, and I just think I just feel so just feel so grateful, and I know it sounds so sorry, I just hit my microphone then. I know it sounds so cliche and everything like that, but I'm just so grateful for every one of you who subscribed and watched my videos, and yeah, I can't wait to keep growing with you guys. But yeah, so thank you so much for 50. So to celebrate, I'm doing like a little mini Q&A. I'm not sure how many questions I'll get since, again, I only have 50 subscribers, but any questions that I do get, I will be answering. So on my community page, just go check that out. You might have to scroll down like a couple of posts, but I put up a thing saying like, thanks for 50, can you put some questions you have either in the comments section of that post or in the Google form that I linked in that post, because if you wanted it to so that no one else apart from me could see it, then you could absolutely go and click on that Google form instead. And also all these questions are going to be completely anonymous, so like if you want to ask something but you don't want people to know that you asked, actually I can't even think of what question that would be, but but yeah, it's going to be completely anonymous. Only I will know who it is, and even if you do the Google form, even I will not know who sent the question in. So yeah, basically that is my little spiel about 50 subscribers. But yeah, definitely go check that out. That is so far away from the topic, but the next word that someone submitted is horses/riding. Okay, I'm really excited about this one to share with you. I don't even know why, because like nothing's been happening, but basically okay, so it is currently July. Next month in August, I believe, it might be September, but very soon, in the next little while, I will be moving on to Galaxy as a full-time lease. So if you've been watching my channel, you will know that like I have lessons on her because I'm going to start leasing her soon, and you know, they just want to make sure that like I'm like accustomed to her before I start leasing her and riding her by myself. So I'm having lessons on her. I'm still riding Pippa by myself like on the weekends and in non-lesson times. So that's kind of what's happening, and so I still get a few more months on Pippa, but I am moving on to Galaxy quite soon, so that's exciting but also sad because I'm gonna miss Pippa a lot. But like, you know, I've moved off of different horses before because I've outgrown them or just various reasons. Like, it's not like this is my first I don't want to say horse breakup because that sounds like the wrong word, but like it's not as if this is my first experience of like moving off of a horse to go onto a different one. Actually, there was so I used to ride this horse called Eddie. I mentioned him in a few videos, I think, but he was my heart horse, and unfortunately he is a pony, so he's very small and I can't ride him anymore. He's actually like 12 hands or something. He's absolutely tiny. So I can't ride him anymore because I'm too tall. But I will always remember the fun days I had riding him. Like, he was probably the horse that taught me the most out of all the horses that I've ever ridden. So yeah, that's it was sad when I had to leave him because I outgrew him. But like, that was really sad, but I still get to visit him now in the pasture. Actually, not many people ride him anyway now, so it's not like, actually, I was like I think I was like the last person to actually lease him, because leasing a horse means like you're working them like, you know, pretty much like quite a few days of the week and like working them pretty heavily, you know, like kind of things like that. So, I think I was like the last person to lease him because they were like, you know, moving him off of like heavy work, and now he's just used by like beginner lesson students. And yeah, so that's like a little bit sad because getting really, really old. He's like over 20 years old, but he's such a sprightly pony still, and like he'll come trotting up to you if you like walk past his paddock. He'll come trotting up, be like, "Are you here to see me?" And it'll be like sad because you're walking past his paddock to another paddock. And yeah, I've just gotten this whole spiel about Eddie, but he is such a gorgeous pony, and I absolutely loved all my time with him. It was just amazing. Like, yeah, I will never forget those days when I rode him because he was like the best pony ever, and I can safely say that he was my heart horse. And yeah, I mean, I don't believe that you can only have one heart horse, so I might find another someday, but he was just really special to me. Yeah. And I'm not saying like I don't love Pippa and Galaxy, I just don't especially feel like in Star Stable terms like a soul bond, if you get what I mean. Like, yeah, there's that. Yeah, like I absolutely adore Pippa and Galaxy. They're both amazing rides. They're both amazing to ride, and they're both really gorgeous and adorable and pretty, and you know, just they're both amazing. Just if you ride in real life, you'll probably know what I mean. Like, you can love multiple horses, but there's usually like one or two or three that you just, you know, heart horse, and you just had a connection with them, and that was my connection with Eddie. And who knows, I might have another heart horse someday in the future if I can, you know, if I ever have my own horse, they might become my heart horse, and I hope they do, because if I've, you know, bought my own horse, I'd want to have a really nice connection with them. But yeah, I miss Eddie, like I miss riding him, because like I can only visit him in the paddock now, and yeah, like I can't ride him anymore. But I mean, I understand why I can't ride him, and like I accept that, but like it doesn't mean I don't still miss him, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just, I've gone on such a long spiel about this, but you know, if you ride in real life and you had to like stop riding a horse or move barns and stop riding a horse or anything like that, you know what I mean. Like, there's always like one horse that just, you know, you just have a connection with, and always sad to leave. But yeah, that's actually not what I was gonna say. But that got so off topic. But well, it's still on topic of horses, I guess, so like it's fine. But I did want to actually tell you a bit about how Pippa is going, because so we've been going really well. She's actually been doing a lot, like really good with pole work lately. I've mentioned it before, she's like really, really scared of poles, but she's been doing so good with poles lately. And yeah, that's just been kind of like my news about Pippa. But the other day I actually couldn't ride her, because like I went up to the barn, but it was like really wet, like it rained all day, and it was starting to rain again, and I couldn't ride because like the arena was really wet, and I didn't want to, like, you know, strain her tendons or anything, and so it was really wet, so I couldn't ride her. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, like, you know, take her out of the paddock to groom her and give her some treats. So that's what I did. I gave her a nice long groom, which she really likes. She loves being groomed, and I fed her some treats, and she was all snuggly and kept kissing me, and it was just so sweet. And I was just like heartwarmed, like she usually is pretty cuddly and kissy, but like she was even more so today. She was just like, she would not stop kissing me. I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. Anyway, so I fed her treats, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take you back to the pasture now. But then I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to walk you back the long way to the paddock, so I can, you know, spend a little bit of time with you, just, you know, walking around. And I was walking back a long way, and then I walked past this bench. Like, okay, it's not like I don't notice this bench always, but like I've never actually sat on this bench before in my, like, okay, I've been riding for like, I think 6 or 7 years. Yeah, 6 or 7 years now. I forget which. Like, I've been riding for a pretty long time, right? And I have never once moved barns. Like, I've always stayed at the same barn, and that bench has been there ever since I've been there, like longer than I've been at that barn, and I have never sat on it in like 6 or 7 years, which I find like a little bit like, Paige, how did you not like sit on that bench in 6 or 7 years? Anyway, I was like, and so walking around the long way, and there was like, it's like basically no one there. It was just like the barn owner had like gone back inside because her house is on the property, so she went back inside after, like, you know, just, you know, kind of being down at the stable for a little bit. And then there was also an instructor at the barn as well, and except she was like going to feed all the horses, so it was kind of just like me and Pippa around, which was really, really nice. I really just like, I like it when like no one's there. It's really peaceful. But anyway, it was just kind of us, and we were just like walking around the long way, and then I saw this bench, and I was just like, wow, like I've never sat on this bench. And then so I was like, I want to sit on this bench. It sounds so silly when I say it, but so I sat down on the bench, and I kind of let Pippa's lead rope go like a little bit loose, and she was eating the grass that was like under the bench, and this bench is under a pine tree, so it smelled all nice, and it was raining slightly, and it was just so magical, and it was just like I can't even describe it, but it was just so magical, and it just felt like a dream. I was just like sitting on that bench with her in my like one of my favorite ponies, with in the rain, and yeah. And also back to the heart horse thing, she's still one of my favorite ponies, even if she's not my heart horse. I absolutely adore her, okay? Just getting that straight into anyone's head who's like, you can't love a horse and then not be your heart horse. But yeah, that is my news. She was being so, that sitting on that bench in the rain, her eating grass under the nice smelling pine tree, that was just, that was gorgeous, so magical, and it was just such an amazing experience. And I know it's like people say an amazing experience after they've like bungee jumped or something like giant, but no, that was actually an amazing experience for me, honestly. As for Galaxy news, I don't actually have much because I missed a lesson the other week because I was sick, so I don't really have news on her. But yeah, I think that's about it for horses / IRL riding. So yeah, I'm going to move on to the next thing. Someone asked me about activities outside of school. That was their word, or I guess words. Yeah, I do quite a few extracurricular, even if it's in school, if you get what I mean. Okay, I'll start with the ones I do in school, but they're not compulsory, so they are extracurricular. So I do saxophone. I learn alto sax at school. So I'm really into music. I love playing music, and I love listening to music, and I really appreciate music, and a lot of the time I'm just like watching a movie and all I can think about is the music that's playing in the background and not the actual storyline, and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, that percussion is like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, I want to meet the person who played that percussion because it was so good. And then I'm just like, actually hang on, what's happening with the story? And that's just kind of funny, but like I'm really into music and playing music. I love playing music. I play alto sax, and I can play piano a little bit. Like I used to have piano lessons, so like I can play piano pretty well, but like I can't like sight read a piece of music. Like I'm not that good that I can just like sight read a piece of music, but I love improvising on piano on like a certain scale or something. Yeah, I'm really into music. So yeah, that's a little thing that I like to, that's something I do outside and inside school, I guess, because like I'm in a bunch of orchestras and choir. No, sorry, why did I say choirs? No, I can't sing. I'm definitely not in choirs. Orchestras and bands with my saxophone. I'm definitely not in choirs, guys. I have an awful singing voice. Please, no, I'm awful at singing. Okay. Basically, that's something I do in and out of school. I do debating in school, so we verse other schools, but it's a lot of preparation at home because it's actually really hard to find a time to like meet up at school with your team because like everyone else has so many other extracurriculars and like you know, classes and everything, so it's really hard to find a time to like meet up at school, so it's a lot of work at home. So I really enjoy debating. part of the reason why I enjoy debating is because it's literally civilized arguing, and it's really satisfying when you're allowed to basically yell at someone, but like be allowed to. Because like you don't yell, but like you get points if you like speak in a loud voice, because like it shows that you're confident apparently. And yeah, actually, I have a debate next term, like in the first week, which I'm really excited about. It's annoying though, because it was meant to be like last term, but in the last week of term, but it couldn't be last term in the last week of term because the school we were versing cancelled at the last minute. They were like, oh yeah, actually, sorry, we've got an event on, yeah, we can't verse you. And that's really annoying because we were like all set to go, and it's like, oh, so we can't debate now. Perfect, you know. But yeah, that's another thing I do. What else do I do? What should I think of my? Oh yeah, I do school sport. So well, actually, I don't do it every single term because like sometimes I don't like the sports that are on. Sometimes I don't like the sports that are on offer. But this term 3, I'm going to be doing badminton, which is really fun. I'm definitely not the best at it. Like, I can do it and I can hit the shuttlecock and have a rally, but like, I am not like amazing at it. I just do it for fun because actually, like, I do it with my friends, and yeah, it's just like a little fun thing that we do. So yeah, actually, what's another thing? Yeah, so badminton's really fun. I do that. Oh yeah, I do running. I think I've mentioned it before, but I do cross-country running, like you know, like long distance over like different terrain and everything. Wait, what? Oh, there used to be this bug where you'd like open the inventory and then it'd stop the slow canter thing. Anyway, so yeah, I do cross-country running. It's actually over for the year, like the season's over, because it's mainly like an autumn sport. However, they're still making us train like every week, because I guess they're like, well, no, like if you don't do it for like 6 months, you're gonna be awful when it comes to next year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season starting again. I really like cross-country. It's good. Okay. Anyway, what else do I do? Okay, this isn't an extracurricular thing at school, but I really like to knit. It's not at school, but like I really enjoy knitting. Currently I'm knitting a jumper for a baby, which I'm really excited about to finish, because like I've never knitted anything like as big as that, or as like I guess intricate, like you have to follow the pattern exactly, if you get what I mean. Wait, how do I get up here? But anyway, I'm really excited, I'm about that, like, because I just, I like knitting, and this is like a kind of like a big project, and yeah. What else should I say? What else do I enjoy doing? I really enjoy reading and writing. Like, I'm definitely an English person, so that's something I do outside of school. I just like to read a lot and write. I'm trying to write a novel. I actually finished a novel, finished writing a novel, and I'm writing the sequel to it at the moment. Like, I have no idea how good it is. It is probably awful, but I'm doing it anyway for my own pleasure because it is fun, and yeah. What else do I do? It's interesting. A lot of people ask me, like, when they find out I have a channel, they're like, oh, so you play Star Stable on the channel? And then I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, cool. Do you play any other games? And I'm like, no. And they're like even in general, like not for the channel. And I'm like, no, I just play Star Stable. So yeah, I don't actually play any other video games. Really, like I have a few games on my phone, but like they're not video games. They're just like random games. Yeah, like I don't play any other like big video games or anything. It's mainly, I just mainly play Star Stable, honestly. And since you can play Star Stable on mobile as well, like that's like something I play on my phone. Like I don't really play anything apart from Star Stable. What else do I enjoy doing? I've suddenly like forgotten everything I do. Oh wait, I completely forgot that I play. Okay, sorry. Okay, guys, forgive me. I play basketball outside of school. Like I play for a club, and this is so bad. I completely forgot that I play it. I have a good reason though, because like it stops during the holidays. It stops during the school holidays, so I have a reason. That's why I forgot. But I still feel bad that I just completely forgot that I play basketball. I play basketball, guys. I play basketball, and yeah, basketball is great. I really enjoy it. A lot of people are like, why don't you do netball? Like, netball's so much better. And I'm like, no, like, I've been playing basketball since I was like 5 years old. Like, I don't know, like, I've just been playing it for so long. Like, I can't consider, I just feel like I don't ever consider any other sport. Like, actually, I know all the rules of netball. I just don't play it, which is really strange. It's probably because like that's the sport like we'd play at school a lot in like PE classes. So like I know all the rules and all the positions and everything. I just don't play it, which is yeah, it's probably a little bad of me that I don't play it, but I know all the rules. But anyway, so I swear I do more extracurriculars than this. Like I can't even say it now. I honestly don't have like any other hobbies. Well, I guess I have listed quite a few to be honest, but like what do I do? Oh, yeah, like there's nothing else I have. I'm like, honestly, I think I should have explained reading a bit more, because like I honestly read like a lot. Like reading is such a big part of like my life, honestly. I write like so much. I'm reading a really good book at the moment. It's called The Nature of Witches. So I don't know. If anyone wants to go check it out. If you like reading, it's like a fantasy magic kind of book, but it's like I think it's like a young adult book. Like it's fantasy and magic, but it's like it's quite like mature, I guess. But yeah, it's a really good book. I actually wouldn't have picked it to read because I'm not especially into fantasy. I like more contemporary. But I was like to one of my friends, like, I have this really good book that you should read, because I'd read it, and when I read it, I was like, I immediately thought of my friend. I was like, oh, I think you'd really enjoy this. And then she was like, oh, okay, well, since you're giving me a recommendation, like, I'll give you one. And that was the one I'm reading at the moment. And like, I wouldn't have picked it ordinarily. Like, I would definitely not have picked it for myself. Honestly, I would that was probably like one of the last things I'd pick, honestly, because I really don't like fantasy. Well, not that I really don't like it, I just never find myself enjoying fantasy books as much as I do contemporary books. However, I was like, okay, well, she's reading my book recommendations. Like, I'm going to read hers. I'm going to give it a go and read it from start to end, even if I absolutely hate it, to, do her justice. And I am like only at like chapter 10 or something, but like I am in love with it. It is an amazing book, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I love this. This is like amazing, right? And I'm so surprised, because like I don't really enjoy fantasy usually, but I am really enjoying it, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is amazing. That's alright. I'm just, anyway. That was actually all of the things. I'm pretty sure there's no more activities outside of school. I'm pretty sure, yeah. But that was all of the chat that I have for you, the words I had. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly stop so I can do an outro. Thank you so much for watching. Are you following me? Oh yeah. Okay. Is she saying something in? Oh no, she's not saying something in chat. Okay. Okay. I haven't got a group invite. You just following me for no reason. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay. Anyway, shout out to Cynthia Popham of the Crystal Flowers Alliance. I think you're probably just following me for like a dance video or something. But you're in my video now too. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps me out. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.